Hello, this is Bobby. I'm here today to talk about how to create an APA-style reference page and in-text citation for a video, like a YouTube video. Again, I'm going to use this reference page citation APA 7 PowerPoint, which is located in our Canvas course shell. When making a reference page citation for a YouTube video, for a video online, you're going to use this following template. You list the author's name first, last name first, and then first and middle initial. However, it's important to note that the author of a video online is the person who actually uploaded the video, not necessarily the person in the video or speaking in the video, so keep that in mind. Next, you add the username, which is in brackets, and then the date of publication, including the year, month, and day, the title of the video in italics, the word video in brackets, the name of the streaming service, and the active URL written in black, bolded, underlined font. The video that I'm going to use today is linked here. It's an Amoeba Sisters video, and again, we're going to use the template I described on the previous screen. So the first thing you need to do is find the author. In this case, it's the Amoeba Sisters. So I'm going to use Amoeba Sisters as the author. So I go back to my template and I add Amoeba Sisters, just like it's written on the actual video, or on the screen that shows the video. Next, I need to look for the username. In this case, the username is the same. It's the Amoeba Sisters. So in the case where the username is the same as the author, you delete the username in the brackets from our reference page entry and just use the organization, in this case the Amoeba Sisters, as the author. So I just write Amoeba Sisters and I delete username in the brackets. Next, I need to look for the date of publication. YouTube videos are really good about showing the actual date of publication. Here it's June 6, 2019. So I write 2019, comma, the full word, June, J-U-N-E, and then a space, and then the date, in this case 6, so June 6, 2019. Next, I need to look for the title. The title is The Nature of Science. Notice that the N of nature and the S of science are capitalized on the video. However, on my reference page entry, I only capitalize the N in nature, because in APA style, when I'm writing a title on a reference page, I only capitalize the first word of the title and the first word of the subtitle and any proper nouns. I keep the word video in brackets after the title to let the reader know that the source was a video. Next, I need to find the streaming service. So I come back and here we know that this is YouTube. And so I write YouTube exactly how YouTube is written with a capital Y and a capital T, exactly how it's written on the YouTube homepage. And next I need the URL. So I find the URL, top of the page, I copy it, and I paste it in. Note that it is an active URL, and that it's in bold. In the final version, it needs to be in black font to match the rest of your reference page entry. Also notice that the second, third, and fourth lines use a hanging indent, and my final citation might look something like this. And you can see the template below. So Amoeba Sisters is my author. 2019, June 6th is the date it was published. The title of the video is Nature of Science. It's a video, as noted in the with the word video in brackets. The streaming service is YouTube, and this is my URL, and you can see that it's active and ready to take me to that site. So now that I've created the reference page entry, what do I do with it? Well, I've created an example here. And so just a quick reminder, the word references at the top of your reference page should be center justified. Remember that that URL should be written in black, bolded, underlined fonts like this. And remember to use that hanging indent. So highlight your reference page entry in Microsoft Word, come up to Format, and then come down to Paragraph, and then come to Indentation and change Special Indentation to Hanging. The default is 1/2 inch. Hit OK. Now I've got this beautiful reference page ready for me to write with. Now, I know that many of you use Google Docs, so I'll show you really quick how to do it in Google Docs. Same thing, references should be center justified. My URL should be it is bolded, it is underlined. However, I need to change it to black font, which is here. Change that to black. Now I need that hanging indent, so I highlight the entry, hit Format, I come down to align and indent, down to indentation options, and change the special indent to hanging. The default again is 1/2 inch. So now I've got this beautiful reference page and I want to write with it. So I come up top and now I'm going to write. And so maybe I watched this video and I learned that the nature of science includes the the scientific method. So now I need to give credit to the Amoeba Sisters for this content. So I like to copy and paste, so I'm going to copy Amoeba Sisters, and then to create my reference, my in-text citation at the end of the sentence, I just hit my parentheses, I copy in the author's name, hit comma, and then I enter in just the year of publication in my end parentheses. So now I have a sentence with beautiful in-text citation at the end of the sentence, letting the reader know that this information that's in this sentence came from the Amoeba Sisters. Notice that Amoeba Sisters here in the in-text citation matches the first thing that we see in the reference page. The other way that I could do this is I could put this at the beginning of a sentence, so I could write something like according, well, I can't spell it today, according to the Amoeba Sisters, still need to include that date, 2019, comma, and then I'm going to copy the rest of the sentence. Make a couple changes. According to the Amoeba Sisters, 2019, the nature of science includes the scientific method. So I have two examples here. The first example, the first sentence, shows how to use the in-text citation at the end of the sentence. The second sentence shows how to use the in-text citation at the beginning of the sentence. And then here's my reference page with that reference page entry. Just remember to use the other sources that are within the Canvas shell. For example here, let's say you write a complete paragraph that uses the same source. You can just put the source at the end of the last sentence in the paragraph before that final period, and this tells the reader that all of the information in this paragraph came from that one source. Also, remember that I have in there reference page templates, so it includes the templates of how to do books, how to do YouTube videos, how to create a reference page entry for websites with a human author, without a human author, and how to create a citation for articles and periodicals. So just remember that those resources are out there for you. I hope this helps you create a reference page entry for YouTube videos or other videos that you find online.